From the capital of Tennessee and of country music, for any of you fans out there, welcome to Nashville. We're at Nissan Stadium. Ball teed up, Logan Cook after the kick. And we're underway on Sunday night. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll be looking at some decent field position. He's out of bounds up towards the 35. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Running for the first time with a Tennessee rookie. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 34. That's brought in by Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Levis from the shotgun. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And this one doesn't go far. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. They need a lot here, but still going forward on 4th and 15.
Brings up 4th down.
Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. The Titans sending out Ryan Stonehouse now on 4th down to in turn send a punt away. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. So no return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. And his game will begin with an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And it sets up 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. Oh, he lost the football. And No turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
On second down, it's Etienne. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made, Travis Etienne. This is ahead for about 5. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. He has the first over the middle. And he stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Etienne on first down. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Running it after the penalty. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Second and 6 coming up here. Lawrence now off the play action. Brought in the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. From the gun, Etienne gets it. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of 1. 1 quarter down, and this all... We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And they're on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, That's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
This return starts at the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be a Tennessee 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. Okonkwo brings it in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up?
And they fake it on 4th and 1. And he won't even get this fake back to the line. He's tackled for loss. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Lawrence working from the gun. He fires one deep down. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Cook to kick this away. Returnable from the 2. They get to him before that return can amount to much, just beyond the 15-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Levis. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Left side, cut by Ridley. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Josh Hines-Allen, that time to haul him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Setting up the screen. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Levis throwing again. defensively. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On first down, they'll run. We'll have them gain about a handful there. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
They give it to him again. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. Levis now off the play fake. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Levis throwing again on 2nd down. That's going to be caught. Tony Pollard. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
He gets it hit, pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Titans picked up the fumble and ran it home. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And the Titans cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. He fields it from the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. First down throw, Lawrence. That's complete. Here's Kirk. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. This is Ingram working the left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Strong running inside the 30. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Little checks on the extra point. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts at the 3. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Here comes the final play of our first half. A final throw before the break. Gets everything he has under this throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. He got second down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Tackled there by Jerome Baker. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. He's got a gain of 6 there. That was Harold Landry making the tackle.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Third down, Lawrence to throw. Connects on the crosser. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. On now is Cook to kick this away. He'll take this at the 10. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Stopped by Foye Oluoku. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Levis. Hits his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
The first carry here for Tony Pollard. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Levis. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Levis now on 1st down. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Shotgun now for Levis. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. They'll go Levis. He finds him beyond the marker. And they get this down the 12-yard line before being stopped. They They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
This throw is cupped. And that play is brought to a halt, you're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That's the end of the third on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second and 3 now. Levis from the shotgun. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He gets it out left, and it's caught.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And he will get the first as they touch him. Well, that didn't break out how they thought it would, and they're going to lose the first of their 3 timeouts for their trouble. They'll try and punch it in. We'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Seibert tacks on the point after. And the Titans cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running right is Bigsby. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lawrence now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go right back to ETN. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here's a nickel look by the Titans. Third down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. The Jaguars into punt formation. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Here's Levis. Escapes out to the left. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's the give on third and short. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now on first down, Levis. Caught, nice gain left side. To the house for a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans making a 4-point game here in the fourth. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, will tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, first and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. So a timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Lawrence working from the gun. This is hauled in by Ingram. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Looking to throw. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run third down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up fourth down. Jacksonville in punt formation. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. It's fielded at the 14. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That's the 2-minute warning here in Nashville. Titans trail by a field goal. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they are there to bring him to a halt at the 26. Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Titans will have a first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. He breaks the tackle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Titans in the hurry-up, trying to get this play off fast. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown lost.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Looking to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Has it in close. And he's in, and that's a touchdown. And with almost no time left, he just likely won this game. And it's good, so they take the lead, and the extra point buys them some breathing room. The field goal does not tie it now. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Officials signaling timeouts. We've got whistles. Time left for one snap. And while we all know the odds are low, it's not impossible that they find a way to score. They motion the tight end over. Throwing now. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up fourth. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Well, it's too bad that yellow line that we all see on TV isn't actually out on the field because it might have kept him from throwing that one.
You know,